People want to know what's the difference between manifestation and prayer. And I think, in my own viewpoint, the simplest way to describe it is praying is asking and accepting what is, and manifestation is taking control of what can be and making it to the best of your wisdom, what you believe it should be. And they're both very similar in their power, but the difference is that manifestation is limited and prayer is unlimited. That's the simplest way to put it, really. Manifesting is drawing a picture of two people in an intimate setting, yellow and pink, mind you, man and woman, and then being given several options of that archetype of person. And prayer is being set up to find the person that you have been soulfully made from the beginning of time. That's the difference. Prayer is also knowing the possibility of something happening and embracing that you have a role to play in the outcome, regardless of what you want to happen, and doing your role accordingly. And manifesting is trying to stop it because you don't want it to happen, or making it happen because you want it to happen. I used to be super like, I'm not going to church because explain it, make it make sense. And obviously now I know a lot more about myself. Pretty sure that's where I heard God say that I don't trust you, or like I don't trust him. I was like, come to this church, me and my husband go to it. I'm like, okay, cool. You go to church and you're a single mother, or just single period, you off top have to like express yourself as like not into some devious shit. Seduce nobody. I'm not trying to ruin nobody's marriage. I'm not trying to show myself out to all the women that I'm somehow more attractive than them. And you can do all of that stuff and still be considered all of that stuff. And that's part of my experience. But that's not the point of this story. There's a song that my grandma used to sing, and it's not like some like real specific song. It's just the certain part of the song. You know how like people have a favorite verse of a song, and my grandma used to sing it. And mind you, my grandma was a pastor, so he just started singing that. Like the pastor this church I'm going to, the pastor just starts singing that one verse in like the middle of the sermon. I'm just like, oh wow. And then my daughter's like, put me down, mom, put me down, because I'm like in the back of the church, like rocking her, trying to keep her quiet. Small church, I'm not trying to be loud. And she wants to get put down. She never wants to get put down. So I'm like, okay, but try not to have her run around. But she starts running around, and not running around, let me not say that. She decides to go straight up the aisle. Like, we're in the back of the church. She decides to walk straight up the aisle and go to the pastor, like arms out, like, hey. I'm like, oh wow, like this is a sign. This person is a monitoring spirit. Might be mocking, might be manipulating, but definitely monitoring. Fast forward, I'm thinking, oh, I'm hearing like so many revelations of things that I've been thinking about already. And come to find out, the spirit is the same, because it's always the first lady. Tail, some type of moral high ground that they're taking by helping people, like the random people that want to join the church. They must have a reason for wanting to join the church outside of their own salvation. This next church I'm at, similar thing. My daughter's running around to these people. And mind you, I'm not catching it like that, because I'm like, well, if my daughter is comfortable, that says a lot. But I'm realizing what my daughter's been abused through, what she has experienced. And this is part of the reason I'm not like as afraid to put her on videos and stuff, is because she has been exposed, unfortunately, to these spirits in the places where she was supposed to be safest. Like, how am I supposed to be afraid of this free internet as if there isn't monitoring, manipulative, and mocking spirits in the safe spaces that she was supposed to be in? People can stalk you any way they want to. Some good people, because she's running up to all these different women in the church. They got all these, back in the day, they were burning people that weren't witches because the real witches didn't get caught, bro. There's a witches coven in the church. All these women are in a coven. This first lady is so insecure about having a single mother sitting in church and listening to the pastor, who is her husband, as someone that's in a church is supposed to do, that she's sending goons. And when I say goons, I mean, who's this random lady touching on me? It's one thing to be like, how are you? Hi. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. It's another thing to be like, boom. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there. And it's another thing to go and then pretend you didn't do it. I moved because you're not about to sit behind me and keep touching on me. I moved to the back of the church. A woman pretends to catch the spirit and decides to run around the church. Why she run around that church 3 times? Ran around the church 3 times. And the first time I had said in my head, I said, don't touch me. And she didn't touch me. The second time I was like, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm like overthinking it. Like, I'm over here paranoid as hell. This girl's catching the spirit. Why is it that the second time she comes around, she touches my chair? And then the third time she comes around, she touches me. What's that about? In the church. It was like, I'm not going to second guess myself again. Everybody's like, oh, you just haven't found the church for you. The church for me ain't got to be a building. Look, if you fucked with Sweetie, I respect you. I got nothing but respect for you. Nothing.